The following is a scene from No Country for Old Men, which uses primarily visual techniques to convey the inner thoughts and feelings of Ed Tom Bell, without the use of dialogue or score.
Although this scene may seem inconsequential and unimportant, it is a pivotal turning point for Bell's character. As he arrives at the motel, he desires to be the hand of justice against the wrath of Anton Sugar.
The scene uses high contrast lighting and many subjective shots to convey Bell's experience.
The first subjective shot is of the broken door lock. This echoes back to previous moments in the film where Sugar has used the same matter to breaking and entering. All of the subjective shots of this scene echo previous events of the film, and although Bell is the only physically present character, Sugar and Moss are also present.
Bell's hesitancy to enter the room communicates his nervousness and shows that he suspects Sugar's presence. This scene is up for debate as far as interpretation goes, but I would like to suggest that this is what Bell expects to find when he enters the room. As Bell thinks about this, he readies himself to enter. The slow pace that he moves indicates his nervousness, but he decides to proceed. As Bell pushes back the door, he seems surprised at first at Sugar's absence.
There is sharp contrast between the lighting. The contrast between the dark mystery of the room and the secure lighting of the car is tangible. Bell could easily turn around and return to the safety of his car, but this backlighting propels him into the shadows of confusion and doubt.
The next subjective shot is the blood stain on the ground where Moss had been laying only a few hours before the scene took place. This, obviously, echoes back to Moss's character, like the earlier subjective shot echoed back to Sugar's character. Bell seems to hesitate, but continues in pursuit of Sugar and submerges himself into the darkness. You can see that Bell holds his gun at ready, still hoping to find Sugar in order to bring about justice. But as he turns on the light, he sees that he is alone and sets his gun down. He enters the bathroom and looks around. And the next subjective shot is of the window. This shot could possibly echo back to Moss, because Moss earlier in the film had escaped through a window in flight from Sugar.
Bell ultimately has given up his pursuit and succumbs into the darkness. In hopeless defeat, he buries his face in his hand. Once again, we see another subjective shot of a coin on the ground and the area that the money has been taken. This is echoing again Sugar's presence in the hotel room. This scene has presented Bell in a different fashion than the rest of the film. He begins to understand the magnitude of the situation he is in, and his outward expressions convey his unsettled demeanor.
So there you have it, an entire scene devoid of dialogue and score, yet we have gone on this journey with Bell.